Hi everybody, this is Ginger, it's Ginger's Chat Show, and it's 1 o'clock here, and it's 50 degrees, partly sunny. It was pretty foggy this morning though. Even the crows were having trouble trying to find the trees to roost in. Hey Dusty, nice seeing you. Again, welcome. Hey Nancy. Glad to see my girls here. Okay, of course you know it's been a long week for some. I'm sorry, I'm fighting it. Post-nasal drip really bad. Anyway, as you can see in my title, Peas in a Pod, thieves stick together in other news. As of the last couple of days, of course yesterday, Fox News trial is supposed to start soon. And they got in trouble with the judge already. Okay, good. Just be careful, okay, Virginia, please. Hey Carol! Yay, I'm up to 5. I need higher. Be sure to subscribe on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get more subscribers in there because when I get to 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, I could go live simultaneously. That way I won't have to skip the step having to finish doing this video and then having to post on YouTube. Hey Linda, great, I'm coming up to 6. I need more likes, people. I need more likes. That gains attention there. Anyway, Fox News got in trouble for withholding evidence. They're supposed to share with the prosecutor. And they got in trouble with that during their discovery phase, pre-trial discovery phase. And they got in trouble with the judge with that. And they go, nope, we have to have everything. And the judge chewed out the Fox lawyers. So they're in trouble. Fox is in big trouble. Now, as for he who shall not be named, well, he sat for an 8-hour disposition yesterday with Letitia James of the New York State District Attorney's Office. And this time, to everybody's surprise, he did not keep using the fifth like he did in his corporate trial thing. He answered questions, but I don't know if it's the answers that they want, but they'll check him out and everything, against everything they have. He's in trouble too with them. And this is for the civil trial. Civil portion of it, which centers on him. And I think it's a $500 million lawsuit from James on this. So we'll see on that. Oh yeah, no kidding. This is the Dusty, this is the same judge who oversaw or overseen the corporate trial, his organizational trial for fraud. He's the same judge on that. And so it's like, wow. Okay. And also Trump is trying to sue Michael Cohen $500 million for so-called breach of NDA contract and everything else, which Cohen never signed, okay? Hold on a second. I got somebody on. Just a minute. Hey, hi. Yeah, I did. The cat's appointment's been switched to this coming Monday on the 17th at 4:30. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh, huh? It's for both the boys. So, huh? I can't hear you. Yes. Yeah. It was at the 26th, but they said that was a scheduling mix-up. Okay, that sounds good. And then on Sunday, I'll talk to you about my audiologist too. I talked to them earlier, so I'll tell you more about that on Sunday. Oh, you are? Okay, gotcha. Okay, see you later. Bye bye. Sorry about that. That was my friend who takes me to church. And she also helps with transportation with the cats for their uh, vet appointment. Um, so anyway, that that's settled. Anyway, he's trying to slap this suit against Michael Cohen. You remember Michael Cohen worked briefly for Trump, and he also provided the prosecutor's information on Trump. And Trump tried to use Michael Cohen as a what's the term? Fall guy, if you will. And so anyway, um, anyway, uh, Trump is going to lose that suit because that's frivolous, and the judge on that will throw that out. And that judge pointed on that, which he drew, is a Barack Obama appointed judge, not a Trump appointed judge, which is really kind of funny. And why he who shall not be named is doing the lawsuit down in Florida, whereas Michael Cohen lives up in New York. You know, and I'm pretty sure it'll be thrown out. The judge will look at it and everything. He goes, "Nope, not gonna happen." So, and people that try to stand up to Trump, they get constantly bullied by Trump, bullied and harassed and everything else. Trump needs to be slapped back so hard it's not even funny. Guy needs to learn a hard lesson. So anyway, the trial for E.G. Powell, is it? Yeah, the rape trial on that's still going to go for it. So that's going to happen next week, I think it is. And this time, the choosing for the jury for that trial will be an anonymous jury. In other words, both sides will not get the list or names of the jurors ever. They don't trust, the judge does not trust Trump's lawyers, number one, and does not trust Trump because Trump will threaten people. And the guy needs to be gagged. He really does. I'm really sick and tired of doing what he's doing. And plus, I don't like bullies. So, um, and also I said that he who shall not be named, uh, yeah, is also, as I mentioned earlier, has testified for 8 hours yesterday. So we'll see how that goes. When they review everything, and you know, and if you want further breakdown of the law and everything, how it works, go to Minus Touch. And they do have professional lawyers there that will tell you how everything works in the cases and how it's broken down. So go to that and learn from that. I've been listening to them. Yeah, okay, thank you, Nancy. Thank you. Yeah. Uh, he who shall not be named tried to push it back 4 weeks. And the judge said, nope, not going to happen. It's going to stay on the 25th. So the judges there are not letting Trump push him around. Trump has already been arrested and will be tried. So he's already got a rap sheet, and I'm pretty sure his rap sheet is very, very, very long. I mean, so long it's not even funny. And of course, most of his followers are either getting ready to go to prison or they are in prison. And it depends on where they go. Anyway, on to more brighter and happier things. And keep an eye on the timer here. European Space Agency, their Ariane space program, they just launched a rocket that will go to Jupiter. It's unmanned, and it has a satellite that will be circling. Then it won't land on Jupiter, but it will circle the planet. So they're sending that off to investigate Jupiter. Now it won't arrive. It takes 8 years to get to Jupiter. So it won't get there until the year 2031. So they want to do this for other purposes than part of space exploration. So that rocket is now on its way to Jupiter. They just launched it early this morning. Also, on Monday, April 17th, Starship 24 down in Boca Chica / Starbase down there will launch the Starship 24 for the integrated flight test, integrated for orbital flight test. And what it does when they launch it, the standard, your stages, separation, everything else, the capsule part will circle the planet, and then it will land in just outside of northern Hawaii, out in the Pacific Ocean. Then they will pick it up, and then they will get its readings and information, everything from it. And they want to test everything out. Because that rocket will be ready in a few years to go to Mars and land on Mars. So they just want to check everything out, see if they can get it to work properly and everything. So, I mean, that's how we learn. When we do space exploration, they're constantly research and development. Things don't go right, they go back to the drawing board, they fix it, they correct it, then try again. That's the common thing of flight testing. It's the same way a century ago when we were in the airplane mode. Same thing. Constantly testing and flight testing and improve safety features and everything on it. That's how we learned. That's where we got transportation today. And like in the early 1800s, up until trains were commonplace. um, content research, uh, you know, engineering research and everything on it, to get the transportation mode going. Because it would take like weeks and days to get somewhere by wagon, whereas by train it's like a little over a day or 3 days or whatever. Now from East Coast to West Coast, it takes a week because you have stops in between. But they're working on it, and from what I understand on the news thing, what was that, a week ago or 2 weeks ago? Amtrak just got some new trains, new engines, to pull the train, and so they got some new ones. They're working on replacing a lot of the tracks. They still need to do more. Um, there's one track that was 80 years old. It's really badly warped, and they need to replace it. And so this is like in Midwest. I think around where you are, Nancy, in Wisconsin. And there's some in South Carolina and everything else that's been kind of maintenance sort of been kind of pushed back on the stove, so to speak, to be fixed. So they're working on fixing it. Here in Lakewood, they started replacing and repairing the tracks here. So, oh, I know, we need to really catch up on that. Here on the bullet trains, they're going to have to slow down a little bit when you go through way the track layouts are. We got a lot of curves, and so they can't really go without flying off the track. So they need to slow down a little bit when they go down the curves, especially during when trains go down this way. That takes you toward Tukwila, and there's Tukwila, and there's the track, and you go around. There's a sharp curve. Okay, it goes around on the left, and they have to slow way down to below 30 miles an hour, 20 at least, go around, and then go over a trestle, and then go back around. They can't really, when they tried and tested that, guess what happened? It derailed. We tried warning them. We tried warning the Federal Railroad Agency and tried warning Amtrak. I said, no guys, you cannot go speeding through here at 75 miles an hour. You fly off the track. And would they listen? No, they didn't listen to the population, what was trying to tell them. And guess what? Derailment happened. This happened in 2019. And when I lived down in the Springbrook neighborhood, I thought I heard a big loud crash. I mean, it really reverberated up here because Tukwila is not all that far from here. And there were like 3 people killed, I think it is, in that accident. So they really need to really look at the layout and how the tracks are set up and everything in various areas. Not everybody's the same. Not everybody's standardized. Because it depends on where the track layout goes and everything else. There at the railroad here in Lakewood, it goes by Lakewood. We have a station here. And then the track goes down, then it kind of splits off, goes into Fort Lewis, and then it goes through Fort Lewis, and then down, and then it goes through Roy, the town of Roy, and then down out that way. I don't know how often that track is being used now. But Tacoma Rail moves a lot of cars and everything around, so Tacoma doesn't really have a big rail yard per se. So they have to store some of the cars elsewhere on the sidings here. So, anyway, yeah, I agree with you, Virginia T. Yeah, we really need to do some serious upgrading. I'd rather go on a train than fly because a lot of times the planes are not always on time. And really a cheaper way to go by train than it is by flying. Now, I know some areas don't have access to rail, and so you have to go, in order to go, like to say to Chicago, you have to take a train from Tacoma down to LA, switch trains, and take the one from LA to the Empire Builder that takes you to Chicago. There's really no trains, well, I don't know if they reopened any or not. I know there's a train that goes through South Dakota, but I don't know if they have any stations there per se. They used to. But now all states have Amtrak access. And so it makes it kind of hard transportation-wise, especially those that live out in the country. So anyway, okay, well, I will see you guys. Let's see, let me check Monday. Hold on a minute. Okay, I'll still be able to do my chat. I will do my chat on Monday as usual. And, I may be getting up at dark 30 to watch the launch if it's going to be on time. Then do my chat and then take the boys into the vets. Okay, I'll see you later, Dorothy. All right, then have a wonderful weekend, guys. Be sure to insist, persist, and push back. And I will see you on Monday. And also on at the Blue Dot meeting too. So, anyway, I love you guys, and I will post this on my YouTube channel as well. Okay? Love you all. See you later. Bye-bye.